remember this kit from back when I was about 7 years old. I made a complete hash of it then. The kit is back, I'm a lot older, and am I any wiser? Find out with me right now, here on Gary's Stuff. Hello there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I am building the Airfix SR-N1 hovercraft in 1/72nd scale. It's a Vintage Classics release. If you've got one and want to watch someone else put one together, then this is very much the video for you. If you're thinking about getting hold of one and just want to know what you get inside the box for your money, there is a box opening video already available on the channel. If you like anything you see on my channel, please give it the old imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. And if you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and you'll be notified of all my future content as it is published. Now, if you'd like to make a bit more concrete contribution to the channel, you can do that through Super Thanks, by becoming a channel member, or by using any of my online partner programs. One of these is the Airfix affiliate program. If you follow the link in the information box down there to go to the Airfix online store, buy anything you like there, and at no extra cost to you, Airfix will make a donation to the running of this channel. You can still use your club discount if you're an Airfix club member, and of course you can collect your Hornbeat hobby points as well if you collect them. And finally, if you're not a member of the club and you don't know what to do with that flying hours token that sits on the side of the box, please do consider sending them to Models for Heroes, where they can put them to very, very good use. A link to this very excellent charity is in the information box below. Okay, enough then. Let's make a start on building our SR-N1 hovercraft in 1/72nd scale from Airfix. Okay, here we are with our hovercraft, and the first thing we're going to do is put in this chamber here, and we're going to sort of glue that in. There we go. And what we're going to do then is paint this white. Okay, I'm just preparing things to be painted, and this plenum chamber here gets white on both sides, and it's a nice sort of smooth finish, and I don't want to like put a clip on it anywhere and try and hold on to it here, and then you paint it and that bit's not painted and you have to try and hide it. What I do here is I just put a bit of flat stock across here. You can put a piece of spare frame or anything like that, just something that's across this. This is going to be a glued surface all the way around, so I can take this off later and just sand those edges down, and you wouldn't know they'd ever been there. But it now means I can get my croc clip on a stick here, and now I can hold the whole thing. All the faces are going to get painted. They're accessible for painting, and I don't have to clean up the surfaces or repaint any of the surface later. You're welcome. Now, with the bottom part of the plenum painted white, we just slot the top half of the main body onto the bottom half and glue it up. There's the front part of the bow of the hovercraft here. Not the best of fits, I'll have to say, but this is an old kit, so what do we do? I probably will fill this in here, maybe with some. I'll try some dissolved putty first, I think, before I do anything. Try anything more drastic, but yeah, dissolved putty, that probably. Then this whole piece kind of slots into the front here, like so. Okay. Yeah, that I'm going to definitely fill in. I may not bother with these bits here because there's going to be a cabin here, and it is like a natural break in the piece, but yeah, that's not so great. Let's see how we go on. Okay, next you have the shrouds for the fans. These go on here. These are also where the ducts come out for the steering pipes. They look the same. This one's got a hole in it here. So this is the bow, this is the front. You want the port side one, the left-hand side, looking forward. That's the one with a little hole in it because there's a little pipe that's going to come out there later on. Okay, but anyway, these sort of go together. Let's click into place and then sit together. So it's kind of roughly about there. Then, yeah, then just glue those in. Okay, when everything's painted, the parts for the fan assembly can go in. This thing, this part is actually mounted fore and aft, so I'm going to, on the instructions, so that's what I'm going to do with it. I guess it's there to hold all the other components in place, basically, on the real thing. Just guessing there. Bit of glue around there, and then the fan can go on. So, there we go, make sure that's all lovely. And then the fan shroud can go on top. So, then the side sort of exhaust pieces come out here. There's a top and a bottom. There's a pair of these on each side, and just kind of need to line up. And they're not going to line up that accurately. They'll be close, but not quite on a lot of these ribs. So just get it as close as you can and take it there. 3. The steering vents, once they've been assembled and painted, can go onto the side like so. The seats for the crew go in here. I will say, I think Airfix have made a particularly bad job of this part here, of the instructions. This whole thing here is just so cluttered with, that goes there, and this because, does it go there or there? Why would that control column go at the back there, and that one go there, and maybe next to this seat, but then there's this number. These kind of go in these, they don't actually go on this lump here, they go in holes behind it. And they definitely don't go on the front of the canopy. They sit on the back of the canopy because the front of the canopy sits on the top edge of the transparency. This is very, very badly designed, this bit. They could have taken a chance to maybe duplicate the basics here and then split it into 2 drawings, because that is very poor indeed, and very confusing for people, I think. There's a piece here for the instrument panel. It's quite small. And there's nothing on there. There's no decals for it or anything like that. So what I've done is I painted it sort of like a vaguely military light grey, dotted in some black holes for the instruments, dotted bits of white, and a red and a white rim for something that might be quite important, and a couple of red switches for, I don't know, fire control or something. It's completely made up. That's the point. But from a distance, it looks quite cool. So I'm happy. Then the instrument panel goes in. Let's see. Note it's on an angle because the front of the compartment has got like a V shape in it. While other things are drying, I'm going to make a start on the pilots. I painted the uniforms in grey, sort of sky grey, and putting this dark brown onto the faces. And what I'll then do is just go over the highlights of the faces with sort of flesh tone, and then that will automatically give you like the eye sockets and stuff like that. Will just sort of be there. You don't have to then paint them in later on. And the front section of the cabin can go on. Then the window section can slide on into place here. And we put these support poles in the back. Then the roof section can go on top, and the poles slot into holes in the roof section. And here we have these flow diverter vanes that need to go in. Actually not that easy to put in, as we are seeing. Okay, it goes in there. And this one slots in. There we go, like that. Another thing to note in these instructions is that these decals that go on the steering fins here, they're not folded over at all. They're double pieces, so two pieces. So each of these comes in two pieces. It doesn't just fold over the end like it suggests here. There's a collection of storage boxes and things on the back here. This could be a fuel tank, actually. Looking at it. Okay. So you can then go around putting the vanes into the flow from the outlets for the controls. 1, 2, 3. And the last thing that go in are the castering wheels in the corners. So there it is, the Airfix Vintage Classics SR-N1. Yeah, it went together okay. There's some issues here and there. There's trouble fitting a few bits and pieces, but nothing you can't work around really. Just approach it as a kit that was made, 60 some years ago, and you'll be fine. It's not going to be the best representation. It's not going to be, well, for me, it's not going to be the best model anyway. But it was fun. It was fun to revisit something of my youth, and I'm glad I just did a bit of a better job of it this time than I did the first time round. There it is then, the SR-N1. Well, I think I did better than the last time I had a go at it. There's a few things I really am not very happy with still, and the instructions occasionally really do not help. They are very poor, in fact, at times. I think Airfix should really have been on top of getting the instructions right second time round. But there we go. Just use a bit of sense, a bit of experience, and you'll get there in the end. It's a nice enough kit. Just do remember, it's over 60 years since this was designed, so there will be a few issues. If you like the video, and I hope you do, please do remember, give it the old imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. And if you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, and you'll be notified of all my future content as it is published. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Hope to see you again very soon. Take good care now, and goodbye.